would you say is your cinematic inspiration?
My inspiration. Okay. Noir is like my go-to genre. Because who doesn't like noir? Like, gosh damn. But yeah, even like films that like they can lack in content, but I can still appreciate them if they have really great production design. Like Atomic Blonde. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not.
Not yet, yeah. Well, it's like, it has some faults, shall we say. but like the production design is amazing, and same as like the lighting and everything just works really well. Like it has a really succinct style. I really like things like Darjeeling Limited or even like Moonrise Kingdom. Like you know what they look like when like there's, you know, just specific shots obviously that are like classic to that film, but there's also like they kind of sum up the feeling of that, and that's all linked into the production design. And I think like films and TV shows and things that I really like, or that I'm like strongly drawn to, like when those themes are really present in the design of the thing. Yeah, that's my thing.
Stuff that is like really visually rich I really love, but also stories that challenge specific conventions that we're used to. Like everyone loves like, or they like sort of build up the 3-act structure, but when someone like inverts it or really intricately weaves different things into it, I don't know, different like a motif into it or something, I don't know, I really love stuff like that. I don't know, just whenever anyone tries something different, it's always admirable to me. I really like the Dark Knight trilogy. I think that's like the epitome of like, I sound so cliche, but they're just amazing films. And I really like a lot of David Fincher films, like The Social Network is probably my favourite of his, even though it's like probably not his most loved film. The Prestige is another good Christopher Nolan. Just gonna list his entire filmography. But also stuff like Back to the Future, it's kind of cheesy, but I love it so much. So like the jokes are so well integrated.
My cinematic inspiration comes from everywhere except film. Because I don't watch a lot of films, but I watch a lot of music videos, I watch a lot of video essays and trailers. I watch a lot of documentaries and I read a lot of non-fiction, which is very strange because I want to make fictional stories, but that's what I end up doing. I think cinematic inspiration can be anything that makes you think outside of the norm, so everything about my world makes me do that. I don't know, I get it from everywhere. And I really like symbolism and semiotics and things in film, so I end up watching, like I said, a lot of video essays, and that's kind of more interesting to me sometimes than just watching the film, is watching the video essay. And sometimes I've gone back and watched the movie, or like recently I've started reading screenplays, so I read the screenplay for Coco and it made me cry. So I really should go and see the movie because it'll make me cry legitimate rivers of tears.
Okay. Well, I think in part I have a weakness for a specific kind of type of aesthetically pleasing cinematography. So I really like the cinematography in Her, and I really like the cinematography and the tone of Where the Wild Things Are and Broadchurch and The Perks of Being a Wallflower. But I also take a lot of inspiration from interesting stories and well-written scripts. I'm also really inspired by very kind of real movies, or very, I don't know, I guess more gritty, less stylized, or less, you know, obviously stylized films. And I definitely lean more towards dark stories, and deeper stories, and slightly unsettling stories. As opposed to kind of light, happy ones. Or if they're light and happy, they have to have like flawed perspective or flawed characters or something to just cut through the fluff. Conversely to that, I'm also a real big fan of surrealism and absurdism.